Uh, Hello, everyone. So, yeah. Remember how on Saturday I said that today might be grounded? It is not going to be grounded. It is not going to be grounded. Uh, it's just kind of how it is, you know? Little Inking, she's got her own problems, her own life. Stuff doesn't always work out. That's how life is. Gotta learn to roll with the punches. Thing is I didn't want to do something big. I don't want to start a new game to make up for here. And because of some stuff, I didn't really have the time on the weekend to double check Jade Empire. But you know what? Give me just a minute, huh? Give me just a minute. Maybe I'll change it all over to Jade Empire if it is. If for some reason it's just now running correctly. So it's all still muted for you guys. Not seeing it. Oh no, that's very bad. I think that's worse than it was last time. Also, I didn't go in and correct the other stuff, so the visual stuff. So that one might just not be an option. Unfortunately, I might end up having to cancel Jade Empire if I can't get it fixed in time. So then I started thinking, well, what can I do? Well, Dwarf Fortress, the new Dwarf Fortress Deluxe Edition, the Steam Edition, whatever you want to call it, came out today. And I've been playing it a bit, messing around in it a little. It's like, oh no, that doesn't feel. It's good. I'm liking the game. I need to get more into it before I'd feel okay doing anything on here. So I was thinking, well, what else can I do? And I remembered, oh wait, I bought Force Reboot. Remember when we were doing the April assortment where we were playing the demos for all those little indie games? Hmm. Why is there we go. Uh, that's fine. Sorry, guys. Just got something caught in my throat. All right, let's see. Audio. Audio's looking good. Let me just swap on over here. It's not picking it up. Let's try switching back over to auto. And if I do that and that, oh no wait, it's that and that. I believe. No, I'm forgetting my hotkeys. Hotkeys. Here we go. In-game overlay. Oh, it's got to be here then. I could have swore that there was a hotkey setting to. Okay, apparently that isn't a button. Not anymore. I honestly don't know what's going on. My Streamlabs, they've been changing so much. Gosh dang, guys. Here we go. All right. But if I have you on window capture, why? Okay. If I... It's... What is going on there? For some reason, I had to set the capture method to the Windows 10 version. Okay. Just gonna transition over real quick, and there we go. I hate the yellow outline, but whatever, that's how it has to be, apparently. So yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, geez. Wait, what did you... Okay, okay. What are you doing? I think I need to restart the game because I messed with the settings and now it's borked. Give me a second here, guys. It should not be this hard to capture this game. Why are you like this now? Wait, if I... Oh. Oh boy. Okay, now if I set you from that to that, what are you doing? Nope. Okay, that kind of worked. There we go. Now it's working. One sec. Let me turn the... Yeah, there's something funky with how this game is running. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna play a bit of Forced Reboot today. We might switch to something else depending on how this goes. Honestly, I haven't played this game other than the demo, so remember, move fast. Oh geez. For those that don't remember, yep. supposed to go as fast as possible. Safe zone. And now that we've made it to a safe zone, we get to pick something. Each buff has a debuff. Always move forward in danger zone. Kill enemies. Boosts basic player speed. Damage up with every hit. But a 10% chance to heal enemy by shot. HP is draining slower. Enemies attack boost. Yeah, that sounds like a good one. So it's not a timer. Our health actually goes down. Dang it. So yeah, our health goes down when we're not in the safe, when we're in the danger zones. I think our health goes, I don't know. I'm not having enough time. Okay. All right, there's another one. Okay. SMG. I don't really care what the debuff is. Has kind of a Warframe movement. Gotta watch out for the turrets. Gotta be fast. Safe zone. Okay. Longer sliding. Every miss is damage. Ooh, no. Definitely don't want to do that. Crit chance 20%. 50% chance for blind debuff. More choice or... Okay, so apparently we get health back for entering a new room. So, slower enemy, more choice? Longer weapons switch cooldown. Well, we're not really switching. That ain't fair. All right. Ow. What is with that light? Ah. All right, we made it through 2 floors. Press tab to view your skills. Okay. Finish floor under 45 seconds to get a reroll. Mouse wheel to switch weapons. Done. All right. Safe zone. Okay. Shotgun for moving aim. No damage from explosions for always moving forward. Enemies explode. Every miss is damage. Enemies explode. Ow, that really hurt. Yep, not making it through. Alright, let's go again. I am getting better. Okay. Damage up with every hit. Grenade launcher. No traps. Now let's go shotgun. Okay. Okay. Dang, that shotgun takes out the big guys nice and quick. I like the shotgun. Fists. No buff. Cuts any HP 25%. Geez. Slower enemies, but random damage. Bigger magazine, but every weapon switches damage. Well, I ain't switching weapons from the shotgun, so... I also don't need to reload with the shotgun. Where'd you go? Get back here, you stupid thing. Let me through. Yeah. All right. Doing somewhat good here. There we go. Okay. No pause in danger zone. Saw blades spinning. Ooh, saw blades spinning around me. Enemies explode. There we go. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Nice chain. Right. There we go. Right. There we go. We're actually getting through this pretty quick. There we go. Made it to another safe zone. Just got achievement stage 1. I guess we'll take the HP for it to disable a random buff. Go. Room cleared. Ah, another one. I don't want to take that one because every miss's damage is not going to be good for a shotgun. Yeah, I'll take a shield for enemies not receiving damage from traps. Room clear. There we go. Another room clear. Good. Another safe zone. Increase empty debuff drop chance. +1 damage. Saw blade spinning around enemies. Ouch. To heal for melee attacks. Well, I ain't doing melee. Increase empty debuff drop chance? I have no idea what that means, so I'll take the damage. What's the, oh. Okay. There we go. Go. Come on. There we go. Step here to finish. Hey, completed. 6 minutes, 17 seconds. Menu? Every door is opened. Health draining faster. No healing after entering a room. Endless mode. Pick 3 perks every floor. Arena. Let's do endless mode. See how far we can get, huh? Double gun. And SMG and enemies explode. So we should have 2. Okay. Oh, I forgot to check. I didn't check the negatives on any of it. Ah, dang it. Looks like, well, good thing I didn't get shotgun. Looks like every time I reload, I take damage. In which case, no automatic reloads. I mean, no safety reloads. Good thing I took the enemy explosives one then. That way they can kind of do themselves. Enemies friendly fire. No HP display. Oh, up to 3. Okay. Want that. Yeah. There we go. Right, let's take... Oh, I skipped the whole thing. Oh, I get... Okay, so I get 3 for that round. But that's it. So instead of every floor, it's just yeah, so instead of it being different floors, I get 3 at the start and then that's it. I have no idea. Oh no, I do have... Okay, so I do have the ones that I picked. Right. All right. Next one. Double damage if HP is less than 50. Enemies don't receive damage from traps. Yes, I will take that one. Low gravity is fine. I'll give enemies the attack boost for a double gun. All right, to the next one. There we go. All right, through the next one. Ah. Safe zone. Okay, so next set. Explode every 5 seconds. Enemies explode and shotgun. The rest will skip. Yep. There we go. Oh, enemy up here. There we go. Go. Oh, I got hit by those spikes. Alright, looks like the guys on the walls I don't actually have to worry about. Room clear. Up to 3, and I only get 3 because the last one I got less choice. Okay, so double damage. That's fine. Those two actually kind of cancel each other out, so... Okay, so... Every time I miss, it gets more pixely. Alright, so I've kind of figured out that big attack I really hate, that I can't really tell where it's coming from, is the pillar-like ones. So I should focus on taking them down first. Like that one. Hate you. There we go. Alright, restore full HP after reflecting a bullet. I don't even know how to do that. SMG, yeah. I don't really like that blind buff. Alright. I'll take just the SMG. Ooh. Okay, and that aim thing. It's making my cursor move a little. Not how you would expect, it's just kind of making it move around randomly. Like if you're trying to use a sniper rifle zoomed in a first-person shooter, and you're not doing like the hold breath thing. That's fine. That's actually not all that difficult for me to get used to. And through. Room done. Another safe zone. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go shield. Because we haven't tried it, let's go fists. And enemies explode. Yeah, I figured that was gonna be a bad one. Okay. Arena is still a work in progress. Tutorial. Alright. It still does need a little bit of work. Alright, going to do that. Exit out of the game. And I guess we'll be doing some Warframe. For people that aren't aware, Warframe is a third-person shooter MMO kind of in outer space kind of thing. Honestly, I really like it, and every few months I get dragged back into it, seems. But every few months they add so much more. And honestly, for all the free-to-play MMOs that I've played over the years, which there have been a lot, it is the most fair. In-game currency can be got without having to... Yep. Okay, so... Let me just... We do auto. What is up with it? Why is auto not working anymore? If I do... No. They changed a lot of stuff in Streamlabs, and I think it broke some stuff. All right, let me add a new source. Game capture. Wait, What if I... Okay, you're set for a specific window. Oh, wait, is that why it was messing up? Because I had them... I didn't actually have them on auto. Yeah, that's... Because messing with Jade Empire before screwed up some stuff, and I didn't reset them. So yeah, hey, welcome to Warframe. This is the Warframe I had last time, because... Actually, here, let me... Audio. I normally have music turned down on my games. Shape changes, yes. Oh, well, either way, thank you, Ortis. So yeah, this is my home ship. Fully customizable. Let me take you guys through some basics. So yeah, this is the front area. I've got all these cool little things that I've collected over quite a while. I wanted to have just one of each up here, even though I have quite a few. So, what is Warframe like? Well, Warframe is basically a collectible game. So you have these are your Warframes. Think of them like your armor, basically. Except each one of them is particularly special. If you want an example, here is my Excalibur. This is one of the ones you can start off with. So the ones you get to choose at the beginning, there are 3. You get Excalibur, Mag, which is this one right here, and then I don't remember where the other one is. Oh, right, Frost. So this one. So you get to choose between all 3 of those. The game tells you that Mag is the most difficult to use for new players. Frost is the next one down, and Excalibur is the easiest. I went with Excalibur. Literally everything but the one that you choose at the beginning, you have to earn, and you have to build. Now, this is the one you guys saw me with before, Excalibur Umbra. A lot of cool little features of it. This one right here is one of my more recent acquisitions, Titania Prime. And FYI, most frames have their like base version, which would be like I don't keep a base after I get the primes. As an example, so if I scroll down here to Titania, so this is the base Titania. Okay, and then up here I have Titania Prime. Now, if I quit my Titania Prime and then we go down and I go over and click on this Titania, you can see down here the base Titania actually has lower armor, lower energy, lower armor, so reduces damage to health, lower energy, which is how you use the frame's unique abilities, and lower health to start off with. So, in general, primes are pretty much always better, but primes take a lot more work to get. We are going to stick with this Titania Prime for now, before I go into any more detail. Actually, and I am going to, before we go on and do a little job, I'm going to show you. So every frame has 4 abilities and 1 passive. Titania's passive generates health for herself and nearby allies every time she casts an ability. So anytime I use any of these, she generates health for herself and nearby enemies. These abilities, these spells, basically, you start off with the one in the first slot, and then as you level them up, gain affinity and increase your rank with them, more of them unlock, and they even get better and stronger. So her first one is Spellbind. Enemies fumble their weapons as they are whisked into the air. Nearby allies become immune to status effects. Hold the ability to cast it on Titania. Then you have Tribute. Cycle through a set of buffs and extract one of 4 buffs when cast on an enemy. Thorns reduce incoming damage. Dust degenerates enemy accuracy. Full Moon increases companion damage, and Entangle slows enemies within range. Lantern, this is actually one of my favorites to use for her, creates a swarm of razorflies, those little butterfly things you see all over, that transform an enemy into an irresistible floating beacon. And you can see in the little video what that means. Attracting witless comrades before exploding on command, or just when it runs out. And finally, we have Razor Wing, and I'm going to show you guys that one perfect on my own because it is kind of my favorite. So let's head here to Earth. We're gonna head to the plains. This is one of the 2 open world kind of like big open areas that you can go to. Oh, and that reminds me, I actually need. Oh, dang it. Okay. Going to abort mission. Back to my orbiter. And I'm actually going to open up the Twitch app on my phone and change the game. That way we're put in the right category. I know there's going to be a lot of people in the Warframe category, but oh well, this is the game I wanted to play. Stream, oh wait, not there. Edit stream info. Warframe. There we go. Successfully updated. Now, I will admit, I am more of a private player. I'll play with friends or whatnot, and for most missions, I will join people for co-op, but for the more open area ones, I kind of prefer to go on my own unless absolutely necessary. For anyone thinking of getting into the game, I'd recommend giving it a shot. First of all, it's free to play, and honestly, out of all the MMOs I've played, it has one of the best communities. Everyone is pretty darn nice. So first of all, as you'll probably notice, Titania doesn't walk. Most of the other frames do. But because she's the queen of the fairy, she ain't gonna deal with walking on mortal ground. You can see my little pet Nina here. She's along with me. So let's go and see if I can find some enemies, huh? Yeah, you ever see any of those when you're on this place, grab them. You're gonna need them. You can actually take up missions on this area. And there's even some other stuff like, for instance, oh, right, you guys. Nope, I don't want to mess with those things right now. I forgot it's nighttime, so the eidolons are out. That is not a good thing, by the way. Well, at least not if you're a somewhat early gamer, early in the game. I mean, until you get to a certain point, which this game basically does have a single player kind of thing, which is honestly really cool. Most of those, pretty much all of the campaign style quests you can do on your own. Barely any help at all. Okay. Here we go. Here's an enemy base. And there's multiple different enemies. So, you know, I got quite a bit of equipment, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, definitely don't want to be in that area of effect. All right, come on. You know what? There's a cave down here. But come on, I'm trying to. I guess coming here may not have been the best option. Okay, so that's my first ability I just used, which doesn't really do anything for me. Then I have my... Wait, dang it. I forgot. What does my second ability do? Okay. Before they kill me. There we go. So that's... You can see the little icons on the right there. Here is the third one. Makes them float up, makes the butterflies float around them, and if there were enemies nearby, they'd be going up to them. I can actually hold down the ability button to make them pop early. And the final one, and my personal favorite, I get to be a little fairy, fly around, and I've got machine guns. I love it, and I still have access to my 1, 2, and 3 abilities. So yeah, so that is like a little quick look at the Titania one. Let's abort to mission. We're actually instead of aborting out, let's head over this way. Because like I said, this is kind of more of an open world kind of thing. And there is actually a city here. That's right. There's a city. It is over this way. It's just going to take me a minute to get there. Remember how I said that sliding and jumping was something that in the last game was something I got from Overwatch? Yeah, it's because that's kind of the base way that most people move in this game. It's just kind of the fastest. And here's everyone else in their Warframes. Normally this isn't a thing, but in towns and whatnot, they actually did. And this is not something that was part of the original game. Little town with a bunch of little shops. You can come right over here to Konzu. And he's the leader of a group, so they actually have standing. If I had enough standing, which, yeah. If I had enough standing, I'd be able to give up these items, which other than the credits are all things you can get from the open area outside, and go from visitor to trusted, and then up to Sura and kin. These are the bounties you can do. Right now, there's special ones because it's... Oh no, there's a... Oh ho ho. There's a mission There's a world level quest going on. Oh, night's almost over. 2, 1, 0. Night's over. And then there's all of these. Obviously, the more dots, the more dangerous they are. So you're probably wondering, well, what does the standing do as you get more and more of it? Why would you want to increase your rank? Well, as an example, over here, this guy, Hawk here, will help you to basically make special melee weapons out of modules. So you have the grip, the link, and the strike. You have to buy, and in order to be able to make those on your ship, you have to buy them first. It's really not that big a deal. About 1,000 standing apiece. Really not that big a deal. But as you'll notice here, the higher level ones require your level with them to be higher. Yeah, that's right. They need to trust you more. There's even like special armor sets and whatnot in order to do that. And there are a lot of factions in this game. So yeah, since I believe it is daytime now, let's head back. You know what? Instead of doing that, we will leave Cetus. And I will show you guys a little bit, since I was talking about crafting before, I'll show you guys a little bit of that. So, geez, sudden slowdown. Doesn't normally happen, but then again, I'm doing I'm using a fair amount of internet right now. So this right here is your foundry. This is where you craft everything. Everything from the different parts in order to make your stuff. Most of this is, and each frame has 3 blueprints. You have the chassis, the system, and the neuropic. And then you also have the actual blueprint for the item itself, where you have to create all 3 of the previous ones and then do it. Creating each one of these is a 12-hour process. Luckily, the game lets you do pretty much as many crafts at the same time as you want. So you could do all 3 and do that. But then this, actually putting them all together, takes 3 whole days. Just something to keep in mind. Oh, all right, I forgot the chroma. And sometimes, very, very rarely, certain components will actually require other things. You can see down here the chroma systems, which is the only one I'm missing for this base chroma, needs a sarin system. So if I go down, where are the S's? Sarin Prime systems. Yeah, so I don't. Oh no, I have a sarin chassis, but I don't have the blueprints for a sarin system, so I can't do that. Not much, Ortis. By the way, that's the AI that runs the ship kind of for you. You then have all of your weapons, and once again, weapons also have a fair number of them also have prime variants. And so you don't have, for the prime weapons and whatnot, you don't have to have the sorry. You don't have to make the individual parts. Instead, you have to get those individual parts. And I will show you guys maybe a little bit about that later. It kind of depends on how all this goes. So yeah, I could get this Breton Prime going. And by the way, okay, actually, never mind that, by the way. And we have this, all the secondary weapons, and then melee weapons. I really need to work on getting that. Your Archwing stuff, which you'll kind of find out as you play along. Special landing craft, appearance items, gear. This is just like extra bits of equipment you can make. Keys. This is late game stuff. You guys will eventually find out if you play. You can see here, these are some of the ZA components. I did buy them. This is where all the modular stuff goes. Fishing, there, as we will be getting back to that other one in a little bit. Mining, this is where all your stuff you mine. I will be showing you that a little bit. And then miscellaneous, this is extra stuff. These forma are really useful, but you can only get them in the special things I will be showing you guys in a little bit. The main thing about a forma that's really useful is that if you come over and so, sorry, as you can see, I have my Titania Prime max rank, okay? That means I've leveled it up all the way to the max. In here, this is this is where you put in all the mods to make them more powerful. I can say I have efficiency. This reduces the energy cost of your abilities. I have it at 175%, so I'm actually spending 75%. I'm actually spending less. So that's actually a good thing. You want that number to be high, not low. Range is the range of your stuff. Strength is how strong they are. Duration is how long they last. Then sprint speed, shield, health, energy, and armor. And you'll notice that for some of these, the little green thingy, the little mark with the number is green. That is because, here, if I just, real quick. So if I actually pull this steel fiber out, you'll see that it's 13. It should be using 13 of the capacity up here. but you'll notice that the slot I had it in has that same symbol. If you put one of these upgrades in a slot that has its same symbol, it takes up half the capacity, which is really useful. You also always, even if it's not something that's particularly useful, you always want to have one in your aura slot up here. That is because if you take a look, my capacity is 44. I can't actually take that out. That is because that number at the top, that's not a reduction, that's an addition. It is adding 14 to it. Normally it would only be adding 7, but because that slot has the same symbol there, it's doubled, just like this is halved. The reason, and this is where the forma I was telling you about comes in. So once you've maxed one out, you can use a forma to reset yourself, to reset your rank with that item. And in exchange, what it'll do is that it will give you the ability to take these polarized slots, which is what they're called when they have that extra little thing that reduces the energy requirement, reduces the capacity requirement. You can take and move them around to be wherever you want, and it also lets you add in one more, in addition to letting you change the polarity of any item already there. So that's actually really, really useful because it allows you to put more on there. And as you can see, there's the little dots underneath of these. That's their strength. So not only does having the polarity in the slots give you more, allow you to put in more powerful ones for less cost, but having more of them could be even more useful. And this is something else. You may have also noticed that there is this right here. So there's special names for these things in the community. I think these are called golden potatoes. I think they're just called potatoes in general. I actually have a lot of the Orokin reactors, but these are special ones that are upgraded to the crafting system. If I were to put this in there, as you can see, if I were to put one of the ones I've crafted in there, it doubles the mod capacity of it. And some people have gone absolutely crazy. Some of these ones that people have put together is just absolutely insane. So there is that. The other thing that I wanted to show you, right? So remember how I said that for the prime frames, prime weapons, and all that, you need to unlock them. You unlock them in these void relics. So I have a lot here. Something to keep in mind, these void relics every so often get vaulted. And what that means is that they will no longer drop in missions that would normally give you them. Once a void relic is vaulted, it is gone. The ones you have in your inventory will stay there, but you cannot get more for as long as it is vaulted. The game devs do bring them out of the vault every so often, so there's usually a pretty big rush on them. But what that also means is that everything in these is effectively vaulted. So let's say that they vaulted every single void relic that had this on it, that had the Nidus Prime blueprint. That means that now it is impossible to get the Nidus Prime blueprint for yourself. Literally impossible. You can't get it. Not unless you already have not unless you already have a relic for it. And as you can see here, you're not guaranteed on what you'll get. Coppers are the most copper. These three up here are the most likely. Then you have the silver ones here, and then you always have one in the gold. Now you can make it a bit easier. Void traces you get from completing the missions where you unlock these. So right now I have 290. If I decided to bring it up to level 1 and use 25, you'll notice that the copper bar there goes down and the silver and gold bars go up. Even more, copper goes down even more, silver and gold goes up, And then here at the maximum, using 100, silver is at its maximum, gold is slightly better, gold is a fair bit better, copper is a fair bit less. You can never get it so that you are guaranteed not to get it. Now you're probably wondering, well, if it's vaulted, how can I get it? Because I said that before that the game was fair, and the game is fair. Because just because you can't get it doesn't mean that other people don't already have it. If you are part of a guild or someone else is part of a guild, you called a dojo, there are trading areas within those dojos. And there are also, and even if you're not, there are areas that you can go to trade without the dojo. For instance, yeah, right? No, not that one. Not that one. We want Mars. Yeah, Maru's Bazaar. Let's head on over there real quick. So you can trade the blueprints for anything. I think you can even trade the parts for the items. I'm 99% sure on that. So this is Maru's Bazaar. As you saw, it's after a certain point. But this place is useful for a few reasons. Number one, it is a place where you can sell. See, this guy is trying to sell a mod. And so yeah, he is trying to sell a Victory Desi Chronicon, a mod. It's purple because it's kind of a special thing. I could try and trade with him, but that may not be the best option. Offline, yeah, so I haven't reached rank 30. There's also Maru here. So, and she tells you all of that stuff, okay? So you could technically come here, maybe you're lucky and get it, and you're probably wondering, okay, well, what do you buy stuff for? How do you buy stuff, you know? Well, what is the currency that you buy stuff with? Well, that is this up here, your platinum. It's the premium currency. Now, I will admit, because the game is actually pretty fair, I have spent some money on it. I felt like the game devs deserved it. They've made an awesome game. But let's go to my inventory. There is unfortunately nothing in the game other than this bazaar itself, which isn't really the best. But if I go... Where are they? Gear? No. Prime parts. Okay, so as an example. So this is actually where I'm selling it. But see how there is that that little like recycle symbol square? That means it's a tradable item. Okay. So if say I had an extra Atlas Prime blueprint, chassis blueprint, because I either had an extra one or maybe it was just one that I got a random of. You can see here I've actually got an extra Mirage Prime Neuroptic blueprint. There are websites that I could go onto and say, hey, here's what I have. Here's what I'm selling it for. Here is my username. And then it saves it on the website and people can go and take a look on that website and take care of it. They'll be like, oh, okay, no, that's a good price that I'm willing to do. And that is how I've gotten most of my platinum. Just like that. Now, remember those little moving statues that I had? Maru here is great for finding them. So once per week, resets on a Saturday, honestly. So start a Saturday, you can do new stuff. You can come here and tell her, I'm looking for Ayatan treasures. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. So the level is, it's basically a kind of random generated thing, usually around level 15 to 20. not all that difficult by the time you get to her, by the time you unlock the area. So yeah, and like it says, this is a weekly thing. So this is something you can do each week. Yep. So just follow this little waypoint marker. And here's another group of the kind of like enemies in this. This is part of the reason why I love Titania, because I can just fly around and go right by everyone and everything, and I don't have to care about any of them. Ooh, that one's nasty. Okay. I actually kind of need to kill that. It's for another mission that I'm on, and I kind of do need to kill it. So give me a sec here, guys. I gotta lure it out. There we go. Pissed you off, huh, big guy? And you can see I got some of the Orkin cells, but that's not the upgraded one that I bought. That I need to, like, it's not a reactor, it's just a cell. All right, come on, Juggernaut, baby. Yep. Oh, there. Yep. Kind of counting on it. Still waiting for that Juggernaut to show up. Where are you? Oh, Juggernaut. Where are you? The Juggernauts will only show up when it's this type of enemy, and even then they only really have a chance of showing up. It's not like a guaranteed on every mission, which is why I paused, because I really do need to fight this thing. Come on. There. Oh. I thought that was it, but I guess not. Juggernauts do not, even though this is a Lex Prime, even though this is a prime weapon, and I've done quite a bit to upgrade its power, that should not have been enough. I should not have been able to kill a Juggernaut with one shot. Ah, there it is. Okay. Go Tiny. Get up. Start shooting it. Yeah. Juggernauts are freaking tough. There we go. All right, got the Juggernaut stuff. All right, let's... And of course, there's other weekly challenges and everything for you to do as you play through. Some of them you might have to go out of your way to do. Others you'll get just by doing it. Some of them might require you to kill a specific enemy. All right, I'm going to do this the right way. So normally I'd fly through, literally just fly through. And actually, I'm gonna do that because this is a pain. Normally you'd be running, jumping, and just generally ninjing your way off because you need to make it here before this door closes. Once again, why I like Titania, because she can just fly out of the way. Don't have to worry about anything. And there's my I-10 structure. Oh, frame fighter character data. So there's also like a fighter, like a Mortal Kombat or something kind of fighter thing in this game called Frame Fighter. And you kind of randomly find the things that you need. Gotta be very careful with that. If I step on this platform right here, that opens up and all the security activates. Good. Those sentries are down. There's also these lasers, but just shoot the plates. In general, as long as you've got something on your companion, for me it's Nina, that draws items into you, you don't got to worry about it. You can just stay at a distance and do it. All right, let's get back out of here. Normally you'd jump down here. It pushes you along and then up the staircase as it was trying, just like it was trying to do for me. Some of you guys may have noticed that there's like little icons on my damage. Sometimes it looks like a slash mark, other times it looks like a magnet kind of thing. That's because I've set these guns up to do magnetic damage. So there is the basic elemental damage, and then if you have multiple types of elemental damage on a weapon, it will actually give you the two damage types will actually combine into a different one. Chitinous husk, that is what I was looking for. That's also pretty good. So yeah, that's that. Orokin cells are not easy to find. Something to keep in mind for your stuff. Don't just use them willy-nilly. Like you guys saw, you need 10 in order to make a prime weapon. It's less to little to nothing for any non-prime weapons, but you do need quite a bit of it. And look, you can actually see there's Mars. There's that freaky thing that was there. So you're probably wondering, well, why did I need it? So for your mods, so let's say I wanted to, upgrade you know what? Sort by rank. So all of these are max, but let's say I wanted to boost up redirection here one more. So that so let's say I wanted to do that. So take it from rate 8, where it increases shield capacity by 360, up to rank 9. So it's at 400% shield capacity now. That also increases its drain by 1 point, but that's part of the reason why the reduction is so useful. In order to do that, you need credits and you need endo. You can also use these, which remove it, but you'd only really want to use that for the super duper expensive ones. Up here, you can see how much endo I have. And there are 2 ways to get endo. So if I go over here and sort by duplicates, I can take all of these ammo drums that I have, do all but one, and I can either sell them for credits or reduce them for endo. And look, granted, these are copper ones. They're not very valuable. So you're not going to get much credit and you're not going to get much endo. But even for 22 of them, you only get 110. But this is where the I-10 treasures come in. So right here, this is the one I just got. The I-10 Piv sculpture. Now, as you're running around, you'll occasionally hear like a little like tinkling sound. That means that there is either an I-10 cyan star or an I-10 amber star in your thing. Okay. Now, right now, this is basically dead. There's nothing in there. You can install them, and I am going, and you can see right here, right now, this sculpture is worth 375 endo. If I auto install everything, it is now 1,725. And look, this is only 50. This is 100. So it went up by more because it was like 300 and something. It took two cyan, and one amber. So that is 200 endo. So for the price of 200 endo, I more than tripled this thing's value. Now, now that I have that completed, if I needed endo, I could come on back here to Maru, or Maru, or however you want to say it. I can't actually use my ability, so I can't go flying around here. I've got to slide. Funnily enough, I used to have problems in that area, but then I switched to my solid state drive, and now I don't. Yep. So now if I go to her, I can, if I needed it, because I have 11,000 right now, I could come to her and I could say, hey, I've got 3 of these. Why don't you, I don't really need all 3. Why don't you extract from 2 of them for me? And I can extract all the endo that's in there. That's kind of going to be your main way of getting endo. Any questions so far? No? All right. So, over the last 3 days, I have had my founder here working on something new for me. Technically 3.5 days. A new prime. Octavia. Now, your inventory space is limited, so but you can buy more slots for your platinum, so something to keep in mind. Now, where are the Octavias? Here we go. So here's the Octavia that I got from completing a mission. Interesting little one. Has like the more thing, and it has this kind of like dance kind of thing. If I equip her, and then is it abilities? I always forget. It's how Octavia has this kind of dance thing. All right, down here, Mandracord. So that music you may have been hearing in the background, that's this thing. And all of Octavia's abilities are based on this. So you see you have the mallet, resonator, and metronome. These are all based on players doing things. You can create pretty much anything you want with this. I have seen people that have recreated just about any type of music you can possibly think of. As far as their abilities. So you have the mallet, which you guys saw on there. Rhythmically beats damage into nearby enemies and draws their fire. Damage inflicted on the mallet increases its lethality. So it's basically a point in space you can put, and any enemies that get in the area, it will not only attract their fire, it will do damage to them within the area, but it will also attract their fire, and the more damage it's taken, the more it does. Okay. You then have Resonator, which is this little rolling ball thing. Launches a lower ball that charms foes to follow it, combined with a mallet to create a roving ball of Sonic. So, as you saw there, if you have a mallet down and you've put out a Resonator, as it'll show in the little video soon, the Resonator will actually run up and grab the mallet to turn it into a rolling ball of damage. Then you have the metronome here, grants buffs to those who consistently perform actions in time to Octavia's music. So this is the music I had, okay? Time jumps offer a speed buff. Crouching on the beat grants cloaking with the Nocturne buff. Firing rhythmically bestows Opera multi-shot buff, and timed melee swings give the Fortune damage buff. And you can see down there, melee damage 30%, Opera multi-shot 30%, Vivant's speed, and then here you have basically her ultimate. Draws power from the decibel level of sound in the area and uses it to amplify a damage buff for Octavia and her allies. It also doubles the damage and range of nearby mallets. So there's that. And for all frames, something you guys should always look through when you get a new one is the tips. So customize it using the Mandrachord, find it in the arsenal. Share Mandrachord songs with other players by linking the title in chat. Change up Octavia's sound by choosing themed instrument packs. Mallet plays the percussion track from the Mandrachord song pick. Resonator plays the bass track. And Metronome plays the melody track. Then all of that. So yeah. And the one that I just got and just completed was her Prime. So right now we have Octavia base equipped. This is the Prime. And Primes always have like this really cool, like, they always have like extra bits. Like, look, see nothing on the chest here, but for Prime, you have like this almost violin style looking to her. And then you have the like records on the sides. You've got the bass speakers and whatnot. You've got this really cool thing right here and all that. I love it. I love the extra details and whatnot that are always in the primes. Okay. And as you can see, so Octavia Prime has higher maximum energy and a higher shield. And if we come back here, so another thing that's different is if we go to upgrades, you'll see that she has 2 of the dash ones and also a dash in the aura. Now, if we come over to the primed version and check out the upgrades, has those same 2 dashed ones here and a dashed one there, but also this like hook one, which is actually really cool because remember, she has increased energy. So let's say, so her main things are energy and armor. So if we type in AR, MO, there we go. So we have that. Steel fiber is actually this type. So we can take a nearly fully upgraded steel fiber, slot that in there, and it only costs us 7, and then increases the armor by 100%, doubling it. So right now, reducing our damage, the damage to our health by 33.3%. And of course, I'm going to, let me show you guys. So as you can see right here, it's our energy is 11. If I go to Aura, and remember to select one that has that. So I could put this pistol scavenger, rifle scavenger, enemy radar, infested impedance. Those aren't all that great. There's also a shotgun scavenger. Corrosive projection, though, is great because it reduces enemy armor. And as you can see, we went from 11 to 25. So we're going to do that. We're going to grab this steel fiber. Then we're going to take a look at what we have here. So we have these gold ones. Some of these gold ones can be really powerful, but they also have like fleeting expertise. Can have, depending on how you look at it, a downside. So this fleeting expertise increases the efficiency of it. So each time I use an ability, it takes less energy, but the ability duration goes down by just as much, meaning that I have to cast more often. And because I need to have all of my 1, 2, and 3 abilities out at the same time, that's not really something I want. What I want is one that has more. So first of all, I'm actually going to grab a flow here because remember our max energy right now is 175, but with my maxed out flow, 150%. The next thing I'm going to want to do is add on a one with duration. Let's do that. See, I could do that and it would use up 9 slots, but I don't have a thing for it. But so let's go back to this. If I grab this augur message, which increases ability duration by 24%, I can slot that in there. Instead of 7, it's only 4. Then I can come back here, and because I have 9 left over, continuity maxed out is only 9. So I can actually drop that in as well. And now my duration is 154%. So it's going to last about 54% more longer than it would normally. All right. So there is that. As far as my weapon, do I have anything that fits Octavia a little better? Scepter? Yeah, I think Scepter. I don't have a lot in the way of melee weapons. I'm also going to change out. So something to keep in mind is that you'll notice that I have some items here that are at 0 or at least less than 30, which is where you max them out. And you're probably wondering, well, Red, why don't you just have everything that you aren't maxed out on? Why don't you just have it all equipped at once? That is because when you have multiple items from your armor to your primary, secondary, melee, do I? Okay, there we go. Sorry, that aren't at max rank, the experience you get is spread across all of them. Okay. But if you only have one, that means that all the experience you're getting is going just to that one. So honestly, that's preferable. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Magic Cord, and I am going to copy those notes. Ah, crud. I forgot. Okay. Well, I'm not going to put in the effort to get my to upgrade Prime to get Prime's Magic Cord set up in the way that I had it before. Still, this isn't bad music. So I'm going to have it like that. Oh, right, that's from the staff. So yeah, that's why I'm only having my Octavia Prime on there at first, because that's all I really want right now. Because I want to focus on leveling on increasing my affinity and leveling up Octavia Prime instead of spreading the energy out across a bunch of other stuff. What am I gonna get? I really need to work on getting more ones. So something you'll notice is that my Sobek here is max, and it instead of the little like laurel thing saying that I've mastered it, it has that little undercircle with a star and a 1. That's because if we go in here and go to actions, I've already polarized this thing once. That's what that means. Remember what I said? When you polarize something, it drops down. It reduces it. I've already polarized this thing once, and I actually put this on here so I could have Hell's Chamber, which gives this baby multi-shot of 120%. So there's that. You can also see that. And as you can also see, so I have a Blaze, which does heat, and Frigid Blast, which does cold. And as you can see over here, Blast, heat plus cold is Blast. Most effective against Ancient effective. Blast status reduces enemy accuracy for a short duration. And every individual like enemy type, as well as some of the things within it, have their own special resistances and strengths, just as an FYI. So now that I've got this, let's head back here, and I'm going to show you guys kind of one of my preferred ways. By the way, so when you start out, there is this entire solar system, which is basically our solar system with some special modifications. You're going to start out here on Earth, okay? Please ignore this guy. He irritates me so much because I didn't realize he was a thing when I came in after a thing. I accidentally created him. He's meant to be kind of like a specialized mini boss, but he's also such a pain to get rid of. Sorry. You'll start out here. Okay. You'll come out, you'll do some of these missions, and you're going to want to try and work your way towards these junctions. Okay. Yeah. So I will show you guys what a junction is. So once you make it there, each junction has requirements in order to be able to actually go into the junction. Okay. When you go into the junction, you have this. So you can see here what I needed to do in order to be able to access this junction. I need to complete the quest Vor's Prize, collect 20 mods, apply 4 mods in a single Warframe, and upgrade any mod to rank 2 or higher through the fusion process. You saw all of that, okay? Then you would come here, you'd select Confront Spectre, and there is a Warframe. They get stronger as they go. This guy's probably going to fall really freaking quick. There we go. It's not going to be that easy for you. You'll come in, beat him, you'll activate this, it'll unlock it, and then you'll be able to go on to the next area. That's literally it. And then you just leave the junction. Obviously, the fights will probably be stronger for you guys because you won't have a ton of equipment, but that's kind of how it is. So yeah, you'll come in, you'll kill the guy in the Warframe after completing the necessary unlock objectives. And then you'll come back in here. And if you did that one, you now have Venus. You'll start here. You'll keep going. You'll go here to the Mercury Junction, which you can see here has its own stuff. Defeat Jackal on Venus. Complete 10 waves of defense. Rescue a hostage on a certain mission. Defeat 5 Eximus enemies. All that. Okay? Most of that will happen just by you doing these individual nodes, which you actually want to do. Once you've completed, I can never remember if it's complete or unlocked all of the nodes on a planet, you'll be able to use these. You'll be able to these are extractors, and putting an extractor down will basically over a certain amount of time stay on the planet and collect one of these things for you and collect some of them for you. Here I have one down. I got circuits. I'm going to deploy another extractor, and you'll notice how these have health. Over time, they degrade, but if you don't use them for a while, they'll level back. They'll repair themselves. So it's actually, my personal way of doing it is to have twice as many extractors as you can have out at any one time. You're probably wondering, well, what's the point of that? Well, if we come over here, actually, let's go over here to the void. Right, I can't deploy any there. Notice how on this planet, you can get Orokin cells from this. It is a passive way to collect materials that you need. So I'm going to collect that, and because I always want Orokin cells, I'm going to drop another extractor on there. And in 8 hours, it'll have more stuff for me. It might be alloy plate, might be circuit, might be the detonite ampules, or it might be Orokin cells. They're a way for you to get that stuff. Now, as far as how I level up my equipment, I'm going to go to Earth. Actually, no, we're not going to go there because everything is way harder than it should be. Let's actually head over to Venus. Now, you're going to want to find, not a capture. Excavation missions aren't bad. No. So excavation, survival. Yeah. Excavation, survival, and then there's like one other one that are it's like a defense style one. They're ones that you want to do because they run on literally forever, and the longer they run, the tougher the enemies get, sure, but the more experience and whatnot you get. You should also keep an eye out for these kind of special infested ones that are on survivals, because not only do you get extra affinity from kills, including as an example for this one, if I had a rifle, like my sniper rifle, I'd get even more affinity for that, but you also get increased drop chance. And make sure that you're on public whenever you're doing any of these, because you get a further affinity level boost for your equipment if you're close enough, if you're in a group, and if you're close enough to them when you kill an enemy. And you also get additional stuff. You also get a little bit more affinity every time that they kill something. So I'm going to just throw down my moat here. I'm actually going to place down that waypoint there to let there we go. Oh, and now he decided to move. Great. So you can hear my thing. You can hear the beat for it. So the thing about these survival missions is that the lore is basically that the the life support on the for the area that you're in has been activated, or sorry, has been deactivated. So you're having to work your life support. You're having to refill life support with either the items that the enemies drop or by activating these. You can see it on the left, just under the map there. You guys also might have noticed that I'm also working on another one. That's because one of the kind of like daily quests that I have uses blast. Wants me to kill enemies with blast damage. And this shotgun has blast on it. Do I? No. Oh, eliminate the nearby enemies. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Okay. Let's try and stick with the group. I'm coming, my man. I'm coming. Did we find a good spot, guys? Now, when you're trying to level up your frame, one thing you should be focusing on is trying to kill enemies with your abilities. It's and that goes double for if you decide that you're going to try and work on multiple items at once. Say that I had a gun equipped, in addition a gun that I was working on leveling up, in addition to my Warframe, which is what your suits of armor are called. How the enemy dies also has a big effect on where the affinity is applied. If an enemy dies from the effect of a Warframe ability, a larger portion of that will go to the Warframe itself. and a smaller portion will go to everything else. So that's something to keep in mind. These guys just will not stay in one place. Gosh dang, guys. Oh, went a little too low. Hello. But since the only thing that I have right now is my Warframe, it doesn't really matter what I kill them with. All right. Thank you, Nina. So just like in some games, also something else you might want to keep an eye out when trying to figure out what type of like attack to use on enemies is their health bar. Enemy shields, which are blue, obvious. Oh, and you can see, so right there, because we lasted for 5 minutes, we got a little extra something something. That happens every 5 minutes in these survival type missions. The longer every 5 minutes that you last, the enemies get harder, but every 5 minutes you get like nice little treats for toughing it out. And actually, kind of scrap a little bit what I said before about since I don't really have about me saying I don't really have to worry about my abilities. I actually get a little bit of affinity, or I guess experience, however you want to call it. In the game, it's technically affinity every time I use one of my abilities. So now, mostly that's going to apply to my frame, but that doesn't mean that I shouldn't use it if I'm doing my level. As you guys may have been able to see, there was like a plus 80 with it said ability underneath of it. I'll try and make it a little bit clearer the next time after this moat disappears. All right, so watch right by the moat. It didn't show up that time. And you can see it's also like the old style wave kind of thing. Oh, geez. Also, another thing that I like about these long-term job missions, basically, these like survival and whatnot, is that you can kind of bow out of them whenever you want. So if it's like, things are getting a bit too hard, things are getting a bit too tough, I can always back out. And you can see there, I just got Resonator. So I can throw out my Resonator, throw that out. It's going to go and pick it up, and it's going to basically go and run into enemies. And you can hear more of the music's completed. Okay. I didn't think I had any. But I figured I'd check. I don't think I've ever actually found any of those. It's something that got added in an update while I was gone. And as you guys can see there is, oh, well, no. Okay, so he wasn't actually at the extraction point. I'm guessing he was just over there checking on something. We could use some air. And none of the air is spawning over by where we were at, so... There we go. Go. Pick it up. Go and get him, my little buddy. So yeah, this is kind of the base of it. You level up your equipment and frames. And by the way, as they level up, not only do they get more abilities in case of the frames, and also gain, as you've probably been seeing, higher max health and higher armor and energy and stuff like that. But your weapons and whatnot increase their bases as well, and the amount of slots basically that you have go up, so you can put more equipment in, more upgrades. I mean, you can see we've hit the 10-minute mark now, so we just got another little boost, another little treat. Someone went down. What the heck? All right, let's see if we can't. We got just one person waiting. Wait, what? Oh, that way. As you guys are seeing, some of these areas can get to be a real mess. How? That was really mean of you. All right. There, as some of you guys that have played in MMOs might know, in most cases, after a certain point, players just like get so strong that they can kind of do whatever they want. And this game is no exception. After a certain point, you get so much of the really, really good stuff that there really isn't much of a point. Ooh, oh wow. Hey, it looks like they finally found their spot right next to the exit. I'm guessing that that's what they were waiting for before. Here we go. We now have our metronome ability. You can see by me crouching, I went invisible. Boop, boop, boop. Reviving him. And you can have multiple people reviving an ally. Boom. boom, boom. And by having all three of these on, I'm playing the full music for everyone to hear. If you're gonna be playing Octavia regularly as like your preferred frame, make sure you've few things to keep in mind. Make sure that the music that you choose to have is a generally, I wouldn't say good, just not annoying. Because because not only will you have to be listening to it all the time, but so will everyone else. And also don't forget that the rhythm and whatnot should be something that is easy for you and everyone else to do. Okay. Time to go melee. When you start getting overloaded like this, melee is usually the best option. Oh, wait. I thought I saw an... Fantastic. Come on, my man. Get up. Got more stuff because we're at 15 minutes now. Enemies are going to keep getting harder and harder. All right, one person's saying they want to go. Probably Octavo. Remember there was that upgrade that had a bonus for efficiency, but a reduction in time or something? I'd love it if there was I'd love it if I had if I had one that was the opposite of that, where it's a bonus to time but a reduction in efficiency. Because Octavia just gets so much energy. There's almost certainly one like that, but like the gold ones like that are way hard to get. It requires you to go to one of the late game areas and then play through a level on there and hope that one of a specific set of rooms shows up within it. Hey, now you go away. By the way, this weapon of mine, the one I have, the Sobek, this is one of the early game weapons. And granted, this isn't exactly a late game area, but the fact that it's holding up really well should be a big sign for you guys that, hey, this is... All right, did I just get my ult? I thought I did. Hold on. Abilities. Oh no, I don't have amp. Amp. I thought I just did, but I guess not. All right. Moat. There and there. So yeah, like the main thing you want to focus with if you're playing an Octavia, and every different weapon type, every different Warframe will kind of have an aspect of it that is not only really good, like the high energy, but it'll also usually have one that you're probably going to want to focus on. In the case of Octavia, duration is definitely going to be a preferable one because it means you have to send out your stuff less often. Bum. Also, as you get higher and higher levels, as the enemies in these things get harder and harder, you start to get the kind of like Diablo way of making enemies that are attacking you harder, more difficult. And that isn't just throw as many enemies at them as possible. It's also give them really annoying abilities. Such as draining your energy and things like that. Also, remember how I said that by using a forma on a Warframe, you can change around the polarities? That can actually be really useful, specifically for the aura stuff. Because I'm pretty sure that there's an aura that gives you and everyone around you like energy regen. Oh geez, I didn't mean to hit that button. Please ignore that. That's a story, part of the game's story secret. Boop, boop, boop. Also keep in mind that I'm just using every ability whenever I can because right now I'm not really focused on conserving my energy. I'm more focused on just getting them out so that I get the experience from it. We are really going here. But yeah, it's probably a good thing that we're right near the exit because these things go really bad real quick. And you can revive when you go down, but it means losing a certain percentage of your affinity with the stuff that you of the affinity that you've gotten. And if you're trying to level it up, that is really bad. Here we go, my man. Here you go, Proxy. Funnily enough, my favorite frame for the longest time was one called Trinity. You probably saw it in my list. It was actually the first Prime that I ever got because Amazon, not Amazon, technically Twitch, which you're on right now, every so often does have a special thing here. Hey, you need to go away. With Warframe, where you can get prime frames and prime items, and as well as special upgrades and things like that. So don't forget to take a look at that, huh? Ooh, there's a lot. Oh wow, that was a lot of energy and a lot of stuff. Also remember, I don't have any upgrades on any of this stuff that has any effect on the damage that my stuff does. Just energy efficiency and time. So this isn't even doing anywhere near the amount of damage that it could be doing. Ooh, you are a problem. Go. Also, something else that you might want to consider, and unfortunately, since I'm not part of a dojo, this game's version of a guild, I don't really gain access to it, but there are quite a few specialized weapons and whatnot that you can only get from a dojo that you're a part of. So that's a bit of a pain for me. I've never kind of been the dojo kind of person. Tried it out for a while once, got a few of the items that I could, helped out while I was there. But most dojos tend to kick you out if you're away for too long. Can't blame them. There's only so many spots in a dojo, so makes sense. Go, come on. Yeah, this honestly, this game is just kind of my chill game. It's the game that I play when I just want to like listen to other creators and play. Finally I got my amp. Which there we go. It does that. I kind of oh, right. There we go. I need to refresh myself on what amp does. Draws power from the decibel level of sound in the area and uses it to apply a damage buff for Octavia and her allies. It also doubles the damage and range of nearby mallets. Good. Whoa, I went down. Someone get me up, please. Come on, I got people up all the time. Get me up. Dang it. All right. I don't have a choice. I got to use it. Okay. I'd say that is enough. We were obviously very close to getting overwhelmed. Granted, I wasn't doing much, but still. Hmm. All right, so now we're kind of getting a damage buff from my amp and stuff. And as you can see, amp lasts a lot longer than anything else. So I don't need to apply it nearly as much, but it has a lot higher energy cost. And of course, I want to keep as much of my stuff up as possible for amp, because the louder it is. Ooh, I got a riven sliver. Those are really rare, actually. Okay. Amp. I'm gonna back up. Okay, guys, I think it's time for us to leave. Yeah, I'm staying back here. Come on, I know that Fantastique hasn't been staying up much, but this is just getting silly, guys. As you guys can see, since I'm here, as you guys can see, there's an extraction time ticking down. When that hits 0, we'll all be forced to leave anyway. Oh, what time is it? All right, mission complete. You need to remember, if you back out, if you choose to leave your mission, the only thing you get to keep is the experience you got. So keep that in mind. You lose all the items that you got. Actually, whoa, I actually got 3 of those. Must have been 3 and 1. All right. Hello, Nina. So I could co-sign Nina. Care of the Lotus. Transporting cannot be undone. So yeah, that's basically giving her away. I can rename her for some platinum. I can learn about what she is. Infested pet. An infested pet bred with the helmet cyst. Do I have one on me right now? There's like this, the helmet cyst is like a special disease or whatnot that kind of happens, and you can get it from other people, other players, and it shows up on your right neck. It's like this purple thing. You got to wait for it to grow, and then once it is, you can go into here and do some stuff. There was also, I don't know how long into the game you do it, but there was also this, your personal bedroom. I have no idea what that is. That wasn't there the last time I checked. Lopodex, Soma cord. So that is basically the thing I use for that. So Fighter Frame, Wormus, and Happy Zephyr. So there's an NPC that I can go to do this, and it's like, okay, well, let's take a quick look at the Fighter Frame, huh? Frame Fighter, I guess I should say. Oh, I love this. I love that there's like a little fighting game built into it that. Here it is. And it has all the Warframes, or at least everyone that you've unlocked. You can see that if we want this one, we gotta go to Uranus and find it. Mercury, Venus, Saturn. Do I have a Mirage? Let's go with you. Yeah, unfortunately, you gotta do a Challenger. So we can't actually see because I'm a bit of a soloer. Let's see, what else is there to show that isn't a spoiler? You know what? I didn't show you some of the stuff we can do on the planes. Yeah, we'll stick with this one. So if I go back here, I go to Earth. We head to the planes. It should still be day. The day-night cycle is actually pretty darn fast. So. You guys are having a good day. I know that my day didn't exactly. Gosh dang it! I went into open group. 2 Cetus, please. Be faster to load in from there. Gosh dang it! I know that whole thing, but all it does is put you in a group of 4. And unless you're planning on sticking with him for some reason, there isn't really much of a reason. Now, if I had some friends on here that I could play, that I was playing with, that I was talking with and whatnot, yeah, I'd stick by. I'd stick with them. We'd go and check things out, but that would be it. If I'm just here on my own without any allies or anything like that, then that's that. I'm not going to go and do that. On the upside, you can actually leave that all pretty quickly. So this is actually where you start off. That massive thing in the background that they're kind of taking apart. Here's a piece of it. Yeah, it turns out that Old World tech in this is strangely fleshy. Like, really fleshy. The game doesn't want me to be on it. All right. You know what? Let's just go in normally. Let's not jump around like a madman like I normally do. So let me show you guys some of the shops. So right here, we have the fish shop. So in order, remember what I said about standing? If we provide her, I don't have any fish. So exactly. She has the different fishing spears. She also has peppered bait, tracks to fish that are active during the day, and luminous dye dyes the waters with a compound that sticks to fish passing through it, making them easier to see from the shore. So that's a good one. And so peppered bait, then twilight bait, predatory fish that are active day or night, murky bait, or murkray bait. They're known to attract mercrays, a fish found only in ocean hotspots during both day and night. And then you also have all these little trophies you can get if you have the proper of that item I told you needed a lot of. And then that. These are actually easier to catch fish. So you should actually probably pay attention because you have this one that's good for fish with smoother skin, for armored plates. And that one's good for scaly fish. And you can buy the different baits as you go along. Is this okay? So these are actually the blueprints. I'm going to buy these different baits while I'm here. So yeah, so this is the lady that you go to for fish, and if you have fish, you can turn them into her for standing. Up next, we've got our mining friend over here, Old Man Sumbat. And I can give him gems that I've collected for standing. These universal medallions, they're used, as it says, a medallion prized by all the syndicates can be traded in on Relay Syndicate hubs for additional standing, as well as any of these. So I could give him all of my Nith crystals, all of my Azurite crystals, and all of my Veridos crystals. And I get 2,450. I can also browse his wares, and then there's the different cutters. I think I have the focused, don't I? One thing that is really great about all of these groups is these relic packs. They can be a little expensive, don't get me wrong, but each one contains 3 random relics, and these relic packs are very useful for. Okay, good. I haven't been muted this entire time. These relic packs are very useful for if the relic for an item for a specific like prime item that you want or something just became unvaulted. Save up your standing with the groups, dump it all into relic packs when you get it, and you might get lucky and get the thing you need. So there's that. I have the focused cutter, right? I know. Well, I know I bought it because it says I do. But sorry. Yeah, so I got the focused cutter. So that's something you can get. Then over here, we've got our Master Tassoni. Browse wares. So this is the stuff he has. These are, so sometimes for crafting, you're going to need items from local animals. So that's why you would want these lures. Track nearby Kuaka with lifelike animal calls, and then these are just before using an echo lure to increase the chance of attracting a rarer subspecies, and then that, and of course these higher levels require use stuff. Interesting. And then of course you can always get like these little glyphs and stuff. So that's helpful for that. Then over here I showed you guys the Zaw guy. And then there's this kid. When there's like a big, he sells like little masks and these little things. But he doesn't do it for standing. Instead, he does it. He sells it for items, and as you can see, limited time on the trades. So something to keep in mind. Do I? I don't have this blueprint. Yeah, I'll buy it. What? Oh, those are the things it needs. Okay, I don't have the first steel alloy. All right. And then all the way up here, like I showed you guys before, is Konzu. How are you standing on that person's head? And you can, so you can do these bounties. By doing them, not only do you get random chance of items in there for the common, uncommon, and rare, so that can be a good way of getting stuff, but you also gain a little bit of standing with. You also gain a bit of standing with them based on the difficulty and stuff like that. Okay, and as you saw, there is a maximum amount of standing that you can get with these guys each day. And it's their way of slowing things down a little. First, before I go in, friends only. No, no, gosh dang it. Gosh dang it. Abort mission. Let's just head back to the orbiter, and then we'll just jump right back into the planes. Gosh dang it. I forgot, as soon as you go through that door, it tries to drop you in. Gosh dang it. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm on friends only. Okay. Yeah, so, and there's also all these up here: events, quests, alerts, invasions, syndicate, void fissures, and sortie. First, let's just head to the plains for a little bit, show you guys some stuff, and then I'll show you guys the shifts stuff, and that'll probably be our last little thing, I think. Yeah. All right. So, first thing. So, in the kind of like overview map stuff, you may have noticed there was what looked like a kind of like weird bird thing. If you have it, which is an archwing, and you have built an archwing launcher, which used to be single-use items, so you had to keep crafting them, but they changed that, which is kind of why I've got like 40 of them in my inventory right now. And so once you've got it, you can actually come here and do that. And now I can fly around here with my Archwing. Normally Archwings have their own unique weapons and whatnot, but I don't have that. So what we are looking for is that area with splashes. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to get out my fishing spear and do I? Oh no, I got it right down there. Okay, there we go. Throw that out. It floats on the water, and now we can more accurately see the fish. So all you really got to do is aim and throw. Not that difficult. And of course, if you throw and miss, there you go. If you're planning on trading them in for standing or even having that lady gut them for you, you always kind of want to go for the larger ones. You'll get more. And I kind of like this because it's a way of getting standing with the Oseram as well. And there's another group that is connected to another open world area that doesn't require you to be good at the killing part. There you go. I missed that one. All right. Ooh, I got another one. Come here. There you go. All right, I'm kind of done with that right there. So let's get on my Archwing, and I'm going to show you guys that over this way, where there's this, what the game classifies as an ocean area, even though it's more like a really big open area. So yeah, there's that. Also, for some reason, there's this thing here. It has just always been here. I'm 90% sure it's dead, and it's not actually. I also have a quest to kill a lot of the local wildlife. When you're out here, if you see these things, you can actually go into them, activate them, and take up any mission you would take from Konzu. So, I need. It's an invalid launch point. There we go. Hello. Where are the species? Come in. I kind of forgot that when you're in your Archwing, you can't use your Warframe's abilities. All right, let's just head back here. I'm going to go here and drop right down on this rock. Get this out, hit 3, throw that out. Yeah, I figured there wasn't going to be anything. All right. So yeah, that's kind of the fishing thing. It's not actually fishing, it's spear fishing. So keep that in mind. As far as the miner. So if I bring out my miner, you'll notice on the left there's like a little like rock symbol there. that rock symbol actually kind of changes. Hold on. There we go. And you'll notice on the right, there's a number. That number tells me how far away I am from the nearest rock on my left. Nope. And right here, once I'm close enough, it highlights it. You click, aim, let go when it's in the thing. And you get stuff. Blue ones tend to give you gems, while red ones tend to give you ore. And it might be a little hard for you guys to hear, but there is like a clicking sound that happens. Ah, here we go. Here's another blue one. Okay, I'm not going to go that way. Oh, nighttime's here is, oh no, it's just that guy. Those things can give, the thumpers can give you some really good materials. Really? You're going to do this? Go away. You too, you stupid drone. All right. They call it reinforcements. Nina just knocked him flat. All right. All right. Then keep in mind when you're out and about, the mining spots only ever spawn on rocks. So areas with lots of rocks is a really good spot. So you saw before that we only had like one, but now if I bring this up now, there's 6 of them. Well, it does sometimes show up on the dirt too. Which this one isn't such a bad spot. Okay, let's see if we can. Here we go. Here's a different one. There we go. Trying to find a, here we go. Here's a red one. So like I said, the red ones give you ores. That one's ferrous. So yeah, that's that. Right, I said before we ended. And when you're doing this and you're out in the open worlds, you can actually abort back to your orbiter without losing your what you've gathered. I am 99% sure. It's been a while, but I'm 99% sure that's still the case. Yeah, free roam summary. You don't get a mission abandoned or anything. You get a free roam summary. Maybe I did lose that stuff. Okay, in which case you guys should probably make sure you head back to the thing, to the town when you do. All right. I'm going to swap out of Octavia Prime, jump back into Titania Prime, swap out my Sobek for my Vectis Prime. There we go. Now, actually, I shouldn't be in there quite yet. Remember these, the relics I told you about? Notice how there's different names. You have the Lith era, Meso era, Neo era, Axi era, and then you have these special Requiem ones, which are super hard to get. So now that we have that in our head, if we come back up here and click on this little thing up here, void fissures, you'll notice that there's lith fissure, meslo fissure, neo fissure, all of that. There's even requiem fissures, but those are super high level, and I'm not going to do one of those right now. Now, ideally, what you want to do when you do these kind of things is you want to do a defense or mostly just defense. Because, as I said before, those basically last forever until your group decides to leave. Now, I am going to do I don't like spy ones. I'm going to do this sabotage one. Now it brings up all the relics you have. At least all the relics for that one specific thing. So I'm going to just grab this one, okay? Not going to upgrade it at all. Just going to do that and equip for mission. Yeah. Are you sure you want to equip Meso A3 Relic for this mission? It will be consumed if you seal the Void Fissure and extract. So basically, if you put one of those things on, if you equip one of those things and then you leave before the mission is complete, well, that's new. I hadn't seen that before. And you leave before the mission is complete, not only do you not get what was in the relic or any of the items you collected, you also don't get it. You also lose the thing that you had. Yeah. So Void Fissures turn these guys like this golden look. Okay. And you need to kill these guys that are glowing gold to drop a reactant. You can see on the left, I've collected 2. If I collect 10 and then complete my objective, the relic I have will break open, and I'll get whatever was inside. Oh, wait. All right. It's the Corpus area. So yeah, there's like these prisoners. Oh, I'm sorry, my man. I don't have any of this stuff. For some reason, they require me to pay to let you out. Sorry. I'll do my best to remember where you're at and come back and get you. Something else you may have heard, the lady in the voice thingy said that she was detecting a special resource. Okay, relic cracked. So, yep. Now all I have to do is finish the mission. But she also said that she detected high value caches here. But she can't pinpoint where they're at and thus direct me to them. So in other words, I should just check everywhere possible if I wanted to find those. Go and look in places that are small, out of the way, mostly dead ends, that kind of thing. Ooh. Cephalon fragment. All right. Hey, what's in here? No. Oop. Down here? No. Oh, right. That guy that was talking. Okay. He's over this way. That's what that little icon thingy is telling me. I would, ma'am, if I could. But unfortunately, your boss decided that the only thing worth your freedom is some weird coin. What did that do? It just threw out some trash? Alright. Normally I would not. In fact, I don't even really mind right now all that much. I just don't have the stuff necessary to free you. I don't even know how to actually get them, in all honesty. Alright, so I'm going to go through this way, and I'm going to keep on searching. Once again, what if I could? An ancient token of esteem from the Corpus founder himself. Leave me alone. All right. Do you give me the coins? I don't even know what the point of that guy was. He just kind of shows up in missions on occasion. Set off an alarm. Don't really care. Send me all of your soon-to-be dead. Nope, none of you. All right. Hey, don't run by me. By the way, yes, the reason I have my minimap open the way I have it now is so that I can see more easily where stuff is. Ooh, gonna need this. There's also the you can also find those soma cords. They're like little lore bits in the areas. Gotcha. Here. Hello. You're going to be a lantern for me. See how everyone else turns towards him? Starts trying to shoot him instead of me. Okay. See, I think I can choose to either do the coolant core or a fuel core. All right. Now I have to do this, a quick puzzle. There we go. All right. Now I got to destroy these. There we go. Reaction's gone critical. I get the heck out of Dodge. Right. Oh, they won't let me out as long as the... Right. There we go. I forgot about the lockdown. So there's like these magnetic anomalies right here. They mess with my navigation and my suit and all that if I go through them. Sometimes in the past it's done other stuff, not magnetic anomalies, but instead it's like, okay, well now there's like spots of basically burning hot lava everywhere. All right, I'm just gonna focus on getting the heck out of here. There we go. Sabotage complete. So yeah, I got all this stuff. Wait, did it just spoil for me? No, because I get... Oh, no, it is. Okay, so if there's more than just you running, you not only get yours, but you can also choose to pick the same reward as someone else got from theirs. Since it was just me, it just drops my reward into here. So I got a Burstron Prime stock. Don't really need that one, but oh well. That's just platinum. So yeah, that's that. All right. All right. I think we're going to end a little bit early. Just a little. So yeah. Oh, and I just realized I forgot to unmute the desktop so you guys couldn't hear anything. So is my life and my own stupidity. Well, even though you guys couldn't hear the game, which luckily there wasn't any cutscenes or anything, I hope you guys did enjoy that stream. Coming back on Tuesday should... I don't know. I'll try looking into the problem with Jade Empire tomorrow. If I can't get it to run smoothly again, then I'm going to have to cancel it for something else. What it will be, I'm not quite sure. I haven't mentally gotten to that point yet. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. I will see all of you on Tuesday for maybe Jade Empire, maybe something else. But I will see all of you on Tuesday. As always, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and TTFN.